Have you ever been blamed for something just because you were born? My mother died giving birth to me, and my grandmother never let me forget it was my fault. She was perfect until you came along, she'd whisper when my father wasn't listening. You stole her from all of us. Growing up in my grandmother's house, I lived surrounded by shrines to my mother, her photos watching from every wall, her clothes preserved in glass cabinets, her perfume bottles arranged on her untouched vanity. Dad worked double shifts, leaving me in grandmother's care, never knowing she'd make me sleep in the basement because my mother's daughter deserved the bedroom upstairs. When I was 8, I found a box hidden beneath the floorboards of my mother's closet. Inside were unsent letters my mother had written to me while pregnant. The last letter, dated the day before I was born, ended with, "Whatever happens tomorrow, know you were wanted more than anything in this world." I resealed the letters and kept them my secret armor against grandmother's cruelty. School became my refuge. I volunteered for every after-school program, joined any club that would keep me away from home. My teachers praised my initiative, never suspecting I was just avoiding the woman who was supposed to love me. Dad tried his best, bringing me small gifts and telling me stories about Mom, but he was a ghost himself, present in body, but his mind always somewhere else with her. "You have her smile," he'd say, his eyes both seeing and not seeing me at all. On my 13th birthday, grandmother got drunk on expensive wine. She cornered me in the kitchen while Dad was picking up my cake. The doctors told her to terminate. She slurred, gripping my wrist until it bruised. They said her heart couldn't handle the strain. She chose you over herself, over her parents, over her husband. Was it worth it? That night, I packed a backpack and ran to my best friend Lily's house. Her parents let me stay for days while my father searched for me. Grandmother never called, not once. When Dad finally found me, I showed him the scars and told him everything. The color drained from his face as 13 years of willful blindness shattered. "I thought she was helping me keep your mother alive," he whispered. "I never thought she was punishing you for being alive." That night, he moved us out of grandmother's house. On my bed, he placed a journal I'd never seen before. It was my mother's pregnancy diary. The last entry, written hours before I was born, read, "Mom says I'm choosing the baby over her. She's wrong. I'm choosing love over fear. If something happens to me, this child is not my death. She is my legacy of love." I confronted grandmother the following week, placing the diary on her immaculate coffee table. "You didn't honor her memory," I said, my voice steady despite my trembling chest. "You betrayed everything she wanted." She reached for the diary, hands shaking. "You don't understand what it's like to lose a child," she began, but I cut her off. "And you don't understand what it's like to be a child who was never allowed to be loved," I replied. "Mom chose me. It's time you respected her choice." I walked out and didn't speak to her for 3 years. Then, the week before my graduation, a package arrived. Inside was my mother's wedding ring and a letter from grandmother. At graduation, I spotted her in the back row. When they called my name, including my mother's as my middle name, I saw her weep. I can't forgive that, Granny.